All right. I'll say that again. Black to Black Talk Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I I have Maria Perryman here
Mhm.
on the show. Welcome to the show. How are you today?
Thank you. I am wonderful. Thank you for having me on today.
You're welcome. I'm glad to have you. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I can. My name is Maria Perryman. I am a wife, mom, grandmother, retired educator from the Chicago public school system. I am also a missionary. At one time, I was the first lady. My husband and I had a ministry for 13 years in the Chicagoland area, and we closed to become missionaries to do missionary work around the world.
Mhm.
Um, and the Lord has also blessed me and given me a healing beyond measure. Was given a breast cancer diagnosis right before the pandemic, and the Lord healed my body miraculously,
Yes.
holistically, where I did not have to have chemo, radiation, hormone therapies, physical therapy, none of what they told me I was going to have. My story is, I did have to have one breast taken off because of the tumor that found its way out of my breast. And the second one shrunk to the size of a cyst. So I'm telling you, it was miraculous. It was miraculous.
Nothing but God, right?
Nothing but God.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Nothing but God.
Yeah. Uh, I see that you have your chapter president of Possible Women Empowerment with collaboration. What's that about?
That is about women empowerment, all
Mhm.
about women empowerment. We encourage women to go forward in the gift that they have. And if they're entrepreneurs, we empower them to move further into their entrepreneurship by giving them opportunities to network with one another and also to put their information out there in the form of a magazine. We do have masterminds once a month where we talk to one another and we gain ideas and vision and
Yes.
purpose from those masterminds. And what goes on in the mastermind stays in that mastermind.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Good. So, is there a
So
membership to join, or how do they?
it
If
is a
somebody was
membership.
interested, okay.
It is a membership. It's a monthly membership, and you can choose to go lifetime member, monthly member, or quarterly or yearly member. And you get a slew of information,
Mhm.
networking opportunities, just being with women that are high caliber women
Mhm.
and people with entrepreneurship experience. I came into the I'm Possible Collaborative not knowing entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
And since the time that I was involved with them, I have gotten my LLC, working on my website, working on my book. So I've definitely been developed into the entrepreneur that I want to be. Still working on it, but not where I was when I first became a part.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're a certified Christian mindset and wellness coach. So
Mhm.
that is that your that's what you're on your entrepreneur journey. Do you do speaking, author? What all you do in your
I do
business?
so much. I don't know how I do it, but
Yeah.
under my LLC, MLP Professional Education and Development LLC, that's my umbrella. And underneath that umbrella, I do have the certified mindset Christian coaching. I also have health and wellness coaching underneath that as well. I do Medicare. I'm a Medicare agent broker where I help individuals to look at the different Medicare plans that's out there and see what is a good fit for them.
Okay.
Every year, they should review the Medicare plan that they have.
Mhm.
So we help with that. And then I also have my book coming out, and it's just so much, but it's
Yeah.
all within the health and wellness, mind, your spirituality, financial wellness, and your physical and personal wellness, and environmental as well. So it all fits under that umbrella, but it's just where do you plug in at to work with me?
Okay.
Mhm.
So I said you also say you're a grandmother and a mother and a wife. So how do you juggle all that while you doing the other things?
Well, thank God my children are grown. The
Yeah.
three of them are grown now. When they were
Uh-huh.
younger, it was a different story.
Yeah.
But they're all grown. My daughter and two sons. My youngest son is married with the 4 grandchildren that I
Uh-huh.
have. And I have 2 grand doggies. My daughter has a girl dog, and my son and his wife and children have a boy dog.
Oh,
So
okay. The grand doggies, huh?
grand doggies,
Yeah.
yes. And I'm loving, I never thought I would be the one to huddle and cuddle with dogs,
Uh-huh.
because growing up in the city of Chicago on the south side,
Yeah.
we would have to run from dogs,
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
run from dogs. I mean, I remember climbing fences, jumping
Yeah.
on cars.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when my children were growing up and they were like, "Can we have a dog?" I was like, "Nope, you are not
Nope.
having a dog, not with my
Yeah.
experiences."
Yeah. So you also was an educator. How long was you an educator?
31 years.
31 years.
31
Okay.
years. I early retired.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, I was a teacher, classroom teacher, literacy coach, citywide reading coach, assistant principal, and then back into the classroom. And at that time, I did retire
Retire.
from.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So tell us how do you help your clients with the holistic approach and the wellness?
Well, first of all, I do have a consultation with the client. What do you want to do? Because everyone has something different that they want to do. So we really sit down and say, okay, this is what you want to do, and this is how you have to go about doing what you want to do. So it's not always what I think they should do, but
Mm-hmm.
we sit down and we make up a plan. Some individuals, they say they feel comfortable with going the holistic route, but I'm telling you, that is, you have to really have a made up mind for that,
Uh-huh.
and really have to trust in knowing that it will work. First of all, it will work. And you have to go into your pocket and invest, because your insurance is not going to cover a lot of what needs to take place and happen when you go holistic.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to really have that mindset. And are you ready to do that? Some people feel like they can do the conventional as well as the holistic, which works for some people.
Mm-hmm.
And some people figure, well, I'm gonna just go all conventional and trust God that way. So everybody's journey is different. Some people need to just sleep, get your sleep.
Yeah.
That's going to help you heal. Get your sleep.
Uh-huh.
Some people need to exercise. Some need to eat properly. One thing that we don't look at, which is very important, is our environment.
Yeah.
What are we using in our homes to clean?
Yeah.
That has an effect on our bodies, whether we believe it or not, it does. So we need to look at that a little bit more, the environment, the air quality in your home. When I was going through my holistic journey, I had an air purifier in my home to purify the air. I did some drastic things, some people
Yeah.
would think,
Mm-hmm.
but it was well-rounded. It wasn't
Yeah.
just changing my eating habits. It wasn't just that. So you do have to watch what laundry detergent you're using, what you're putting on your skin, what's going into your skin, being absorbed through lotions, perfumes, deodorants, things like that. So all of those do have an effect on you personally when you're going through some type of illness.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, what on the you did it on your journey through your cancer journey. So what are some of the techniques you used that helped you, that you thought that you can share with the audience, that was something positive that you felt that was really helpful during your journey?
One thing that was really helpful during my journey, I'll say this one first, is prayer.
Mm-hmm.
prayer and reading the word of God, the scriptures that match what you need. When you read the scriptures on healing, that's going to encourage you and to keep you positive and uplifted. Your prayer will keep you moving forward when the enemy will come at you with different thoughts and different things that will get you off course.
Yeah.
So first of all, definitely the prayer, and second of all, reading your word and reading the scriptures. There's over 100 and I think it was like 120 something verses in the Bible about healing. So
Okay.
there's enough for you to get and rotate.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend reading all of them in one day, but
Yeah.
just have it stacked where, okay, I'm reading this one today, I'm reading that one, and whichever is your favorite, stick to that one and memorize it and say it and speak it. Also, I want to be encouraging to individuals and tell you this: when you are diagnosed with something, you know how easy it is to say, I have what they said you had, right? So for example, when they gave me the diagnosis of breast cancer, I never tried to say, I have breast cancer.
Yes.
I made sure that I stuck to, they gave me a diagnosis, because that way I'm not in agreement with what's going on. I'm not in denial either.
Yeah.
You know what you know what's there.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be in agreement with my words. My words are going to speak what God's word said for me to speak. And that's what I spoke. So that's what I want to encourage other people to do. Whatever, you are said to have, you don't have to agree with that, especially if you're looking for a healing.
Yes.
So your healing is, I am healed, or, I've been diagnosed with, pray for me about that.
Yeah.
So
affirmations, huh? Yes. Positive affirmations. Yes.
Yes. And then another key point that I want to bring out, and everyone that is going through something right now or some type of illness, and you're wondering, well, where did this come from? How did this come? And then how can I monitor myself? One way is really, really very simple, and that is getting the pH strips. They're pH strips you can buy from Amazon, you can get from Walgreens, wherever a pharmacy is, and have those strips. And the pH strips is for monitoring your blood sugar levels, like your blood levels in your body. And so the range is from 1 to 14. 14 being alkaline, highest of alkaline, and 1 being, very acidic. So when your body is in a disease state, you're very acidic. So you want to become more alkaline. And you want to be at the ultimate alkaline state for disease, which is about 7 or 8. 6 is when you're like 7, 7 is when you're balanced. So that's fine when you're well. If you're balanced, that's great. But if you are a 1 through 6, you are acidic and you need to work on getting balanced. Or if you're diseased, work on getting to number 8 and 9 with the pH level. So you come out using your saliva to see where you are with that. So if you are diseased, I would really recommend, if you have some type of disease in your body, see where your pH level is.
Okay, that's good advice. I didn't even know that. Like I was hearing when you was talking about the air quality. My daddy uses a air purifier because he has COPD. So if remedies that he can use, did you have any like suggestions or that help? And I'll talk to you later about all that.
Okay. Yes, I do. Yes, I'm telling you, I was Miss Research Queen. My daughter gave me research. My daughter-in-law research. Here, read this, read this, read this.
Yes. Yeah. So help you. Knowledge is power, right? Knowledge is power. So tell us a little bit about your how your. I know you told us how you interview your clients. I say interview, but you consultate your clients before you take them on as a client. And after you get them on as a client, what are some of the steps that you start out with for them working with you? Like, do they do research, or do you do the research, or how do you help them?
Well, one way that I help, we sit down, we do have the first session where I listen to them talk.
Mhm.
I mean, totally listen to them talk,
Yeah.
and hear where they're at, the mindset where
Mhm.
they're at, and see where we go from there. So the first session is definitely they get to talk out. They get to talk it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And from there, we have we call it energy. Um, it's a form of energy, and I don't want to be too close to where there is energy psychology out there that
Mhm.
is, you know, pretty close to um I won't say witchcraft, but pretty close to being, but what we were taught was is Christian based.
Mhm.
So we are all energy beings. We're, you know, we're energy. So we find out what triggers from your childhood is causing you to react how you react now,
Okay.
or what healing needs to take place
Mhm.
in
On the
you
inside.
on
Yeah.
the inside
Yeah.
in order for you to heal on the outside.
Yeah.
And that's something that I experienced
Mhm.
through my healing. I healed inward and it manifested outward.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I went through the same process that I go through with my clients. Went through
Okay.
that.
Okay. Yeah, because the mindset is very important. If you can't get your mind on it, you can't do it. That's even like in
Mhm.
weight loss. Because I can't get my
Yes.
mind on that, right?
Yeah. I got something for that too. I can help you with that too. The doctor told me I needed to lose weight, and it was so hard. It was
Uh-huh.
so hard,
Yeah.
but I was almost near about a little bit over 190 pounds, and I had to
Mhm.
get down to 160.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I was like, oh, no, 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 this is so hard. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I have something for you where you would love it because you can eat the foods that you enjoy eating and learn how to master your metabolism.
Okay.
Eating the foods you enjoy eating, which to me was the best thing ever. It wasn't a diet. It was
Yes.
not a diet, it was a program. And so I'm still adhering to what I learned from that.
Mhm.
Even through COVID, I was able to maintain the weight loss. And
Mhm.
even now, you know, I'm
Mhm.
able to maintain it because I know how to master my metabolism. Even when I
Okay.
fall off the wagon, I know how to get
Yeah. You
back
know how to
on.
get back on. Yeah. Uh, so I was gonna so what is some advice that you would give somebody that I know we talked about it quite a bit, but like if they're trying to decide whether to do holistic or do conventional, what advice would you give them when they're making that decision?
Ooh, that one is you, like I said before, you have to look at, first of all, how much are you willing to invest in
Mhm.
yourself? Because it's going to take a financial commitment on your end, first of all. Second of all, where's your mind in this? Are you willing to totally trust in God, totally trust in His path for you in that area?
Mhm.
Find a doctor that will monitor you.
Mhm.
That's another hard one because, you know, most won't. Not
Mhm.
when you say, I'm going holistic all
Mhm.
the way totally. So if you can find a holistic physician, that's even better.
Mhm.
But if you can't, then, you know, you're basically on your own.
Mhm.
And so
Well,
you have
yeah.
to know that and really, um, you know, trust in that part. So
Okay.
you really have to put your trust in God and move forward with that. So it takes, like I said, some,
Strong person, huh?
yeah, you have to be really willing to sacrifice and go through uh, and it doesn't take, it takes a long time to heal because you not only, you have to watch your sleep patterns, you have to exercise, you have to stay from getting stressed out. I mean, it's just a whole gamut of things, plus your foods, what you're eating, what, your environment, so the whole total person, and then be willing to have that inner healing happen.
Yeah. And like the things they have to take, is it all natural, or is it any herbal, or are the pills, or how is that done?
The nutritional part is all natural, plant-based herbs,
Okay.
earthy, everything from the earth that God has already supplied for us.
Yeah.
But with Western medicine, we've gotten away from what He has given us to use to heal. So it's all plant-based, herbal teas, the teas that are good for you. So I have in my book that's going to be coming out soon, it's going to have it's a devotional. It's about my journey, but it's a devotional where individuals can get through their journey by reading this. And then in the back of it is the plan of going holistic. How do you do it? Where do you start? What do you do? What do you eat? So going into each aspect of going holistic.
Yeah. So when your book come out, you have to come back on so you can talk about it.
Okay, I sure will. It should be soon.
So okay. And so when you say that, but you also had your breast removed from that, so you did use a doctor as well. And then did you start the holistic, or was you doing them both at the same time?
Because it happened like pandemic time, when you could not, I was not going to go in the hospital and what was going on. No. And then they closed things where, you couldn't. So I had to trust God. I had to go through this particular journey. I did. Now somebody else may say something different, but I had to go through this. And one reason why was because I needed that inner healing that I did not know I needed.
Okay. Yeah.
But so I had both fire doctors along the way, but at the end, met a breast surgeon that took me in like I had just seen her for the first time. And this was right after the pandemic, where they started letting people come in to the hospital, one by one. Still. So wearing the mask, all of that. But she took me in and we did all the testing, because by this time it was almost two years, and did all the testing fresh, and every test came back negative. I was like, thank you, Lord, because I needed someone. I was like, I know I'm healed. I knew at a certain point when my body felt healed, and I really got scared when I saw the tumor coming out. That was not nice, but I have pictures, somebody's brave enough to look and see how that tumor looked. So she took me in and we went through, and then that's, I was glad when just at that point with the tumor hanging like that, it was like, whatever you got to do to remove this, please do.
And then I seen you said that you didn't have to have radiation or anything, chemo and all that, so that was also a blessing. And then you said that you wanted to ring the bell, and the doctor told you could because you didn't take those. So he said,
I was like, are you kidding? I was like, I can't. So I bought my bell. I have it here. I should have had it near me so I can show you. I bought a bell. My own bell.
I thought that was cute. You said, well, I got my own bag. God healed me, so you ring your own bell.
I'm gonna ring it on my anniversary. I rang it again.
Okay. I thought that was cute.
Like, really? I was looking for that bell. I was like, where's that big bell that I see?
Hey, you want to ring it too, right?
Yes. So Yeah.
That was cool. But you did get to ring your own bell, so that's good as well.
Mm-hmm. It was a
Yeah.
blessing. I was able to find it with the date, the year on it. And it was just okay, this is for me. This is
Yeah.
my bill.
Bell.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I
I
liked
was
that part.
happy.
I seen that, said that's so cute. I said, well, she said, I get my own bell. I don't blame you. I ring my own bell.
Reminds me of that song, ring my
Yeah.
bell, ring my bell. Wait, okay, I'm aging myself. I'm gonna stop.
That's okay. You did. That's something to be proud of, though. You was able to do it. Actually, ring your bell. That is a blessing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, before we get off, I wanted you to tell the audience some things that help and motivate them and encourage them and on their journey and on the entrepreneur journey and on their health journey, holistic and wellness care.
Okay, I want to encourage each and every one of you, first of all, to keep moving forward no matter what anybody says. You're going to get a lot of people telling you no, especially if you're an entrepreneur. They're going to tell you no. They're going to say, I'm not interested, even though they don't know what they're not interested in.
Yeah.
They're going to do that. So just keep firm, keep your feet on the ground and look straight ahead and know your reason why you are doing what you're doing. And once that why is strong enough, you can conquer whatever comes your way, whatever obstacles come your way, whether it's family or friends or people that you don't know and things of life, because life is going to happen.
Yes.
It's going to happen. And so even with life happening, you can still move forward and do something. Don't stop. Don't hesitate. And don't look to the left, don't look to the right, but look straight ahead and know your purpose and your reason for doing what you do.
Yes, that's great advice. Because we all need some to think like that. Because you'll get so many no's, and you just keep on going because you're gonna get where you need it. Because with God help, you can get there.
Yes, yes.
So I wanted to also ask you, what is your bodacious dream with your radical faith? I started off with bodacious dream. What is one of your bodacious dreams? Like, what do you have a dream of doing that you haven't done yet?
Ooh, that's a good one because I'm trying to do everything that I have on my list to do. But one thing I do want to do is travel the world.
Yes.
I want to travel the world, just go from place to place to place to place and experience it all. One place that I have not gone to is Australia. Gone to the continent of Africa. I've gone to the continent of Europe, Asia. Wait a minute, I haven't been to South America. So the places that I have not been, I want to go to. But other places that I see others going, like Greece, and just I want to experience the world.
Life. Yeah. Okay.
Life.
Yeah,
just want to go and not have any concerns, worries, just go.
Just go.
And not go business. I want to go first class.
Yeah, go back. Okay.
In luxury.
And I would say, then I have at the end, I said with radical faith. So you have to have faith in that thing that you want to do. You just gonna say, well, I'm gonna get to travel the world. Not, it's not I want to. You say I'm going to.
I'm going to. I am going to
travel the world. Yeah.
Travel the world.
And I know you did missionary work. So what places you went for your missionary work?
The last place we went before the pandemic was to Zambia, which is in Central Africa. We went there, we stayed 2 weeks, 14 days. As a matter of fact, we went there 4 days after I got my diagnosis. And we went there and I totally forgot about myself and ended up immersing myself with the people and experiencing life there. So I've also gone to Haiti, the Dominican Republic, those are the international places that I've gone to do mission work. In state, I've gone to the North Dakota Indian communities. They don't like for you to say reservations, it's communities. So we stayed there and we worked with the Indians there. And that was for 2 weeks. And where else? I'll just stop there because those are the ones that are really coming forward for me.
Okay.
But Zambia is on my heart. The women and children there. And we will be going back there in August of this year and going to a different area than we were before. We were in Lusaka, and Lusaka is more city, but they do have rural areas. But the area that we're going into this time is very rural.
Okay.
We are building a school there called GEM, Global Education and Missions, in Chingola. The school is going to house 600 students, and right now it's it's up. The frame is up. The roof is on.
Okay, that's
and
wonderful.
Money stretches. When you send it over there, it stretches. So $1 is worth like 12, sometimes 18, depending on the fluctuation of the money. $18, $12 there. So $1 is like sending $12 there.
Okay.
So so we say send $1 and that's going to get a brick made.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So do the community build the schools, or y'all have a crew come in and build?
The people there in the community.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
So it's providing some a job for
jobs.
them.
Okay, that's what I like. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. And so we want them to be able to sustain themselves as well in that community. So there is a some land that they plant. So we send money for seed that they can plant, and they can have food, and they can also sell it.
Okay. What about the water system? Is that water system is okay there?
Need help with that too.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
So much that our people go through there. And then you have people that are living in the city and they're doing fine. They're going to the college, they're going to school, they pay for school. And so they're doing, but then you have the one in the rural areas that are struggling a little bit more.
Okay.
So it's like going into the South, when the South was in the 50s and where we didn't have what we have now. Yeah. So I was able to experience it. It was something. An ostrich egg. Huge. It feeds like 13, 14 people.
Oh, really?
That one egg.
One egg. Okay.
But it's huge. And it's like, do I want to try that? But it's when you open it, it's just like the huge egg being cooked,
Okay. So, so how do you like the food over there? Is it have you experienced a lot of the different?
I loved it. I loved it. Now they were merciful to us because they do have a delicacy over there that they knew we would not eat.
Okay.
I don't know if I should say it, but they have a delicacy. It's a rat. They fry it really crispy. So they knew.
They knew. No, you weren't trying that.
We were not gonna be able to do that. But we had good food. We had chicken, fresh chicken, wring the neck of the chicken, and then they cooked it, and fish. We had goat, and we had this. It looked like mashed potatoes, but it was called shima. And shima is their native dish, where they eat it and they sop up the gravy or whatever they have, and they eat it with. I was eating the shima and they were like, "You like the shima? Usually Americans don't like the shima." I'm like, "This is good." Especially when you put it with the gravy and whatever you're eating. So I was like, "Give me some more shima." And then they didn't make me, but I had the experience of making the shima. Which was very hard because it was the biggest. We were serving like 200 people. And so they had the big kettles from the floor all the way to the top.
Mhm.
and we had to stir that. I was stirring the shima like it was liquid.
Yeah.
So I
But
was
it
like,
was,
well, let me try that. They laughed at me. I have it on, they have it on video where I'm trying to, I mean, I'm literally like, and the spoon was going every which way instead of going in a circular motion. It was going
yeah.
this way, that way, wherever way I could get it to go. It's like, how can they do these young girls? How can you do this? I mean, my muscles were hurting, my leg was hurting.
Yeah. So they've
Mm-mm.
been doing it a while, and they probably grew up
They were
doing it,
like,
right?
and I was like, oh, finally getting it. And it's no.
And then I know they probably appreciate y'all over there helping them. So, like you over here in America, you can help people and they don't really appreciate it. But when you helping
No.
those communities, they really appreciate your help.
Mhm. And another thing with the young girls that we don't think about here, they didn't have the feminine supplies like we have here in abundance.
Mhm.
And so they took us to the side and they said, well, is it possible for you to get that for us? Because we don't have.
Mhm.
And they were very secretive about it, and and how they even take care of themselves when that happens. So
Mhm.
the next day we went to the store there in the town, and we bought up as much as we could buy,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, that
we
was
gave.
wonderful.
Yeah, because they were very concerned about that, and
Yeah.
that's universal.
Yeah, universal. And we don't think about that, because we're used to, having that kind of stuff, but you don't know about other people, how they experience in life. So
Mm-hmm.
and it's good to have somebody go over and help them. It's
Mm-hmm.
when they're struggling or need some help. That's a
Yes,
blessing.
yes. So
Well, any final words? I know I said that a while ago, but then I thought about something else and I started asking other questions. But if you don't,
Oh,
that's okay. I'm just gonna
no,
end it with I appreciate you being on the
thank
show,
you.
and make sure you come back when your book come out.
Okay,
And
okay.
I hope you enjoyed your time here, and
I
and
did.
okay, and I enjoyed you as well. So
Thank you.
you have a blessed day.
You too. Bye, everyone.
All righty, I did. Let's stop. There we go.